as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change, and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home. That's what my rib say. But bitch, I'm grown. I'm in these streets, close caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then my heart can gon' let him have it. Hey, you the shit, this truth, this shit. Nigga play, I let that Ruger hit. Get on them tracks, they be like, who is this? On who with it? Ain't got no manners. All them pussy niggas talk this shit. Yeah, I know they can't stand us, but we UPK, Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm ripping. And my niggas solid number rounds in my section. If you wanna get down, put your boots on, start stepping. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood. I lay my life down right now for all my sisters and brothers because I love them. I see them dapping and huddle. It's amazing to see how well we adapt from the struggle. Born again from a life of sin, trapped in the gut. My mind frame was to kill my own kind. Feeling inferior, waking up ready to die. Run with them killers, so it's just a matter of time. For a while, take your life or let you take mine. That's when I realized the slaves killing slaves while the white man living get old. We in them graves, shit got me fit played. I opened the Bible, went through them records, found out we was royalty, a nation to be respected. But in this world we rejected, we hated for our complexity, fighting to get accepted. We hear the truth and reject it, but love is getting corrected. And all my niggas correct me, the commandments, the foundation we erected. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Hey, hey. Hey, hey.
Go ahead and clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. Hey, Shalom, this is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out on 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHANNA, man. This is Tuesday Brotherhood Scripture Breakdown. It's a Brotherhood class. This is where we sit here and we talk about all the things that we need in this world that we live in, man. We need brotherhood, we need sisterhood, we need to come together.
Right.
We need to gather ourselves together, O nation that's not desired.
That's right.
You're not gonna hear that anywhere else, man. The Christian church is not telling you to gather yourselves together, O nation that's not desired, because they don't even know who the nation is that's not desired in this land.
Right.
They thinking that everybody loves one another, everybody is put together, everybody's good, you know, whatever you believe, I believe in. That's what they think.
Right.
We need to understand that we are the nation that's not desired, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man, the 12 tribes of Israel. We don't even understand, because of all these other distractions in this world, we don't even understand who we should follow.
Right.
We're following all these other, you know, doctrines, all these other, you know, people up in these high pedestals and high places that these, you know, people in this world didn't put them on. We want to follow behind Diddy. We want to follow behind, you know, we want to follow behind all the celebrities until you start seeing that what they did in the dark is now coming to the light.
That's right. Right.
See, here in the I.S.U.P.K, man, we are teaching blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians exactly what they need. We need brotherhood. We need sisterhood. We need to know who to follow. And the only place that's teaching that is here in the I.S.U.P.K under Commanding General YAHANNA, because we have the truth. And the truth is not always something that you like to take.
That's right.
Like, the truth ain't just good to your soul. Sometimes the truth hurts. And that's what you need.
Right.
You need someone that's gonna sit here and tell you, nah, brother, you're wrong. And by you being wrong, you're destroying others.
Right.
Nah, sis, you're wrong. By you being wrong, you're destroying these children and you're destroying every other sister that's looking up to you.
That's right.
So instead of destroying them, let's gather ourselves together, get this understanding, get the correction that we need so that way we can protect and save our people, man. Show our people who they need to follow so that way we can get the hell out this hell, man.
Right, right.
And that's what we're doing here.
That's right.
That is what the I.S.U.P.K is about, man. Today we're gonna speak on following the leader, man. Following the leader, like most people see that and they think, okay, you know, I'm just being a follower. Well, if you're saying that you're a Christian, what is a Christian? A Christian is supposed to be a follower of Christ. But a lot of Christians in this world that we're living in right now don't know what it is to be a follower of Christ. Because the Christian church has taught you what they thought a follower of Christ is, instead of what the Bible says, man.
Right.
The Bible is cut and dry, man. The Bible will tell you everything that you need, but you gotta have the understanding and you gotta want to hear and want to learn so that way the Bible can teach you what you really need to hear from it. Who got Matthews from me, man?
I got 19 and 21.
Go ahead, read.
Come out of one come. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 19, verse 21. Jesus said unto him, if thou wilt be perfect, go and sell that thou hast, and give to the poor, and thou shalt have treasure in heaven, and come and follow me.
See right here, like this is the number one cut right there. Like, let's just talk about what's going on in this world right now. You know, we got the rich and famous, we got the middle class, and then we got the poor, right?
Right.
Let's just get on the rich for a moment, right? Just think about it. If you tell a rich man, if you are going to be a true follower of Christ, sell everything that you have and give it to the poor. Like, don't hold on to yourself. Don't put something in the background for your family. Sell everything that you have. That bunker that you have, that mansion that you have, that you want to pass down to your kids and your kids' kids and the kids' kids' kids. Sell all that and give it to the poor. And you know what? After you do that, come and follow me. Because at the end of the day, it ain't about what you got in this earth. It's about getting the riches in the kingdom of heaven.
That's right.
Go ahead, bro.
Like, and if I could add, you know, scripture said that Christ wasn't really that, I mean, he wasn't like appealing, you know what I'm saying? He was just a regular, ruddy looking brother.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You following him and he's saying like, you know, man shouldn't live off bread alone. He should only live by the words of the Most High.
Right.
So you got this brother, like, let's say a brother woke up today like, yo, don't give away all your riches and just come follow me. And you like, give my riches away and follow what? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's heavy because that's really what faith is. You will really be on a limb of faith.
Exactly.
If I might.
Go ahead.
So like it.
So like you, I the one. And it's like what you said earlier. You know what I'm saying? Everything that you hear, you ain't gonna want to do. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
It's, you have to start loving to be corrected, to
Right.
do correction, instead of being enabled to err. You get what I'm saying? It's like an acquired taste. You get what I'm saying?
I understand exactly what you're saying, huh?
Right.
Like, this ain't nothing easy. This ain't nothing light.
Right.
That's why I said, let's start off with the rich. You talking about a man that's a multi-millionaire. You telling him, you know what, sell everything that you got. And you come follow me. You come follow Christ. You know, don't worry about your millions. Don't worry about all the riches that you have and all the wealth that you have. You come sell all that, give it to the poor. And you come follow me.
Right.
Now let's look at it from the middle class. You talking to somebody that's just making it. You talking to somebody that's barely making it. Like, that's why I say somebody that has a job. I used to say that all the time, job, just over broke.
Right.
You got somebody that's just over broke, and you telling him to sell everything that he has to follow what? To follow you? You don't even have a home. You don't have nothing, and you want me to follow you. You want me to trust you. You want me to go out on faith to be with you. Now let's talk about even the poor person. You talking about somebody that don't even have 2 pennies to rub together good enough for a household, man. You talking to somebody that don't have a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of. And you telling him, you know what? Sell your tent. The tent that you have, the cot that you have that you sleep on, the sleeping bag that you have, sell it. And you know what? You come follow me. Because what we about to do is going to give you the riches in heaven over the riches in earth.
Right.
Do you know what kind of faith you have to have at that point in time? Like, that's not something that's light. Bro, we go through this every single day as the life that we're living right here, right now. Bro, there's times that we're going through struggles and we like, man, you know what? Bro, I don't want to sit here and eat ramen noodles for a whole 2 weeks straight.
Sardines.
Man, you understand what I'm saying? Bro, when we was in, dog, brothers that was in the world, man, before we got into the truth, I remember, dog, when we used to eat Vienna sausages, dog. We used to eat Vienna sausages. And there's times that we had ramen noodles, and ramen noodles was what you ate. We got to the point where we ate spreads to the point where it became a delicacy.
Right, delicacy. Right.
We done made spread burritos and spread bagels and all kind of stuff. Bro, you don't understand the struggle. But you talking about those people that's in that type of struggle, sell everything that you have for the Lord.
Right.
Most people are not going to do that. They're not going to do that because they don't have that type of faith to understand what comes with that, man. You telling someone, you know what? I just met you and you're telling me to sell everything that I had, turn my back on all my family, turn my back on everything that I've had. I got a multi-million-dollar company, but it's under this devil, it's under this oppressor, that if I start teaching what y'all teaching, I'll lose it all. And you're telling me to forget all that because the Lord's word need to be spoken. The Lord's word need to get out throughout the airway. Y'all telling me, forget this multi-million-dollar company and teach the word of the Most High? How many people that you know is going to do that? Go ahead, bro.
And if I could add what you saying, heavy, like, remember Christ said, sell your stuff, sell your garment, and buy a weapon. You know what I'm saying? Be prepared for war. You know what I'm saying? And like we come into the school and we follow the men and we don't even know most of the time where he's going to lead us.
Right.
Like Scripture said, he's going to turn us against our family. He said he come not to bring peace but a sword. You know what I'm saying? So we won't go at war with our moms, our dads, our family. I mean, so it's really like you going against everything you knew. You sell your stuff, you buy a sword, you follow men that you go against your family for it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's just heavy what you bringing out because like that's what faith is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just giving up everything to follow what you believe is right.
Right.
Exactly. And the craziest thing is if you go to that scripture and it says, and thou shalt have treasures in heaven, like you're telling me, you know what? If I sell everything, I don't have nothing.
Right.
I got 1 penny to my name, and you telling me, you know what? Give that penny to someone that needs it.
Right.
I know you might need that penny, but there's somebody that needs that penny more than you. Give that penny to him, so that way you can have treasures in heaven.
Right.
Bro, do you understand how strong you gotta be, and how much faith you gotta have in the Most High God to have 1 penny to your name, to have barely to nothing, and you like, you know, hey brother, if you need something, I know I ain't got much, but you know what? You can have this. You can have whatever I got, because at the end of the day, I am a follower of the Most High God.
That's right.
You tell me how many Christians is going to actually do that. You tell me the pastor, you tell me a pastor that would sit here and give everything that he had to his church members and walk away from all the things that he is getting to follow the Most High God in his scriptures. I don't know pastors, like we just got into the first verse. We just got right here to the first one, 21. I don't know pastors, I don't know popes, I don't know priests outside of the brothers in the I.S.U.P.K that is following this first scripture. This first one right here in 21. You had something, brother?
If I could, you know, they'll tell you pray about it.
Oh yeah, that's their number one thing to do. You know what, brother? You know what? I understand that you're going through hard times, but you know what? If you pray about it, then the Lord will bless you abundantly. He will open up the airway. You know what? He will open up the window and pour you out a blessing so you don't have enough room to receive it.
Right.
That's what they say. But you know what? If you would do what this first little verse said, the Lord could. He could do it because at the end of the day, you're a follower of Christ and you're teaching us to be a follower of Christ. Therefore, this right here, if you sold what you had, sell one of them suits, one of them Steve Harvey suits that you got on.
That's right.
If you sell one of them suits, you can sit here and take care of, you can sit here and take care of at least 2 or 3 people.
That's right.
Keep reading, brother. Verse 22.
Oh, Salaki, everyone.
Yeah, no sweat out.
Verse 20.
Yeah.
Verse 22. But when the young man heard that saying, he went away sorrowful, for he had great possessions.
So everything that we just talked about, all these people, you can go ahead and keep the mic. All these people, they have all these great possessions, man.
Right.
They have all these things, so they walk away with their head down. Why they got their head down? They got their head down because you're telling them to sell all their goods. You're telling them to get rid of everything that they feel like they've worked so hard for, not knowing that everything that they have is what the Lord blessed them with. The Lord gave it to you. And the same way he gave it to you, he can take it away from you.
That's right.
But Christ is just telling you to do what? Christ is just saying, you know what? Just sell all the things that you got and come and follow me. And you know what? You know what most people do? Exactly what this young man did.
Yep.
They put their head down. They walk away sorrowful. You want to know why? Because they feel like they have great possessions in this world, man. And what they have in this world, why should I give away what I have in this world for something that I don't know if it's going to even come? Because most people don't understand that the kingdom is going to come.
Right.
And the work that you're doing right now is going to let you know if you're going to be great in the kingdom of heaven or if you're going to be poor in the kingdom of heaven. If you're going to be a ruler or if you're going to be a servant.
Right.
Most people don't understand that. So just like the young man right here, most people in this world, they put their head down, they walk off, and they always mumble. You know, people always talk under their breath, man, I don't even know, bro. Like this, I barely got anything. This man telling me to sell all that I have and follow him. Like, what if all this is for nothing?
Right.
What if I do all this and it's for nothing at the end of the day? What if I die and I don't never get to see it? Like, that's what most people are thinking. They'll never sit here and be like, hey man, hey, look, you know, I got another question. You know, what if this is all for nothing? But they let that demon sit in the back of their head, man. What if this is all for nothing? Instead of having a faith, you hear the Christian church talk about having a faith of a mustard seed.
Right.
Bro, if you really think about a mustard seed is the smallest seed. The smallest seed of all seeds. You're telling me you don't have enough faith, and a little bit of faith just to try it, to see. Because the Bible tells you, don't believe every spirit, but what? Test the spirit.
Yeah.
Try the spirit to see if it's of the Most High or if it's not.
Right.
Go ahead, Doc. You had something?
Salaki.
Go ahead.
They don't have no faith in the mustard seed, but they'll have faith in a coke rock. You get what I'm saying?
I understand
And
that.
then
What
when
you
they
saying?
get out there, they'll go and they'll suffer for that imagination that they have that coke rock will take them to. Then they'll get caught up and it'll all be for naught. They'll be serving 25 years to life, then they'll eat some spreads. You get what I'm saying? Some
Cause they ain't got
noodles.
no choice but to eat them
You
spreads.
see what I'm saying? Then you know, but they and then they'll sit up there and say it's for my kids. I gotta do this. Nah, man. Well, you need to build this kingdom for your kids, and you can choose. You choose everything you do.
Right. Go ahead, brother.
And if I could add, it's crazy because a mustard seed is small as hell,
Right.
but a mustard tree is big as hell.
And that's brother, you took the words right out of my mouth, but that's what I was getting into, dog. And that's really and truthfully tells you and shows you how the Most High God has chosen his people out of all the nations upon this earth, man.
Right.
The Most High God has chosen a stiff-necked people that the only thing you got to do is have this much faith.
Right.
Not a lot, just this much. And he's letting you know, if you have faith of a mustard seed, if you would just sit here and stop worrying about the riches of this earth, stop worrying about all this so that way I can give you the riches in heaven.
That's right.
And have this much faith to know that I'm going to do it for you.
Right.
Bro, I'll make you the strongest.
That's right.
I'll make you the thing that's unmovable. Something that everybody looks up to be as strong as.
Right.
I will give you that. But you got to have enough faith to sell off everything of this world and start following me.
Right.
Follow the true leader instead of these leaders that are telling you all these false things, man.
Right.
Keep reading now. Verse 23.
Verse 23. Then said Jesus unto his disciples, Verily I say unto you, that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven.
If I could ask just one question real quick. Why would Christ say this? Anybody in the room? Why would Christ say, Verily I say unto you, that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven? Go ahead, on.
Because they are already in here.
Exactly. Exactly. Get it, brother, in hand, man. They're already in their heaven.
Right.
You're telling a rich man that can snap his finger and get 12 women with boxes ready to just give it to him. You telling a rich man that can go outside and he got a Maybach, he got a BMW, a Ferrari SUV,
That's right.
he got a Lambo, you telling him that if he sells all that, if he stops whoring, if he stops whoring out the sisters, you're telling him if he loses all that and starts following Christ, that he'll really have riches? He'll look at you like you crazy.
You're right.
He gonna tell you, man, I got a mansion. I got women feeding me grapes. If I snap my fingers, I got 2 women that's coming with grapes. The only thing I gotta say is grape. And they coming with grapes.
Right.
I could choose which car I want to drive in today.
Yeah.
Like, you telling me my Lambo, which is my everyday car, you telling me I gotta give that up?
Right.
I gotta stop having all this to serve the Most High? Man, look, you know what? Y'all can keep that Most High stuff. You know, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah. Oh, if I might.
Go ahead.
Also, they gonna try to say, you know how many people depending on me?
Exactly. And in their minds, the whole world depends on them. But if you ask them, if you really sit back and just ask them how many people they actually help out, they're not helping out nobody.
Right.
They feel like they helping out the strippers every time they go make it rain down the club.
Crazy.
They feel like they helping out their people when they sit here and tell the Isupk brothers, you know what, come cut my grass. They feel like that's them helping out their people.
That's right.
They don't know that, you know what, if you got $1 trillion, man, if you give at least $1,000 to all the people that you say that you cool with and show them how to become a millionaire or a billionaire like how you did, that would truly help them. But you gotta follow Christ first and then show them the way, man.
Right.
You gotta be a follower before you can have people follow you.
That's right.
Like that's the main thing that most people don't understand, man. Most people want to be the leader. Not too many people want to follow.
That's right.
But to be a real, and I mean a real Christian, you got to be a follower of Christ. You got to learn how to give everything away to be a true follower of Christ. You got to sit here and do what it takes, man. You got to do the things that's not popular. A lot of people ain't willing to do that.
Right.
See, the brothers in the I.S.U.P.K, we literally, and even the sisters, and even the children in the I.S.U.P.K literally had to give away everything that was popular to them to become followers of Christ.
That's right.
We gave away holidays. We gave away pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. We gave away going to strip clubs. We gave away whoring out our people. We gave up selling drugs in our community. We gave up murdering our brothers and sisters.
Right.
Like, do you understand? To be a true follower of Christ, you got to do the things that is not popular in this world. Right?
Right.
Everything that you see in this world right now, bro, everybody's on drugs now in this world.
Right.
Everybody's on drugs. First it was K2. Everybody was smoking weed, popping pills, and sipping lean.
Right.
Then it went from the crack era, then everybody a hippie. Now everybody popping pills. Now everybody on that K2.
Yeah.
Now everybody on that Fetty.
Yeah.
Everybody on that Fetty Wap.
That's crazy.
Now, because people done legalize marijuana, now you got so many different marijuanas that's out there, hash oils, moon rocks, and all that. Bro, you don't know what you are dealing with.
Right.
But if you was a true follower of Christ, you wouldn't be dealing with none of that. You want to know why? Because none of that has the Most High in it.
Right. That's right.
The Most High didn't want you to have that, man. And this is the thing that you got to understand, man. When it's talking about the Most High is saying, verily I say unto you, that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven, because you're telling him to leave out his heaven on earth.
Right.
And give up everything to be a follower of Christ and be poor.
Right.
In the worldly mindset.
Right.
Because everybody in the world think that we're poor. Think that the true priests and prophets of the Most High God, we ain't got no job. We ain't about nothing. Because we don't sit here and flash like y'all flash. We don't sit here and act like y'all act. Because at the end of the day, what we're doing is for the Most High God to get the glory.
That's right.
Not ourselves. I don't want to sit here and be at the point where y'all sitting here and be like, hey man, hey, you see that boy right there? Hey man, that boy right there, man, I want to be like him. Yeah. Nah, you see them brothers over there in the I.S.U.P.K, you see them brothers wearing them fringes on their pants? You see them brothers around there, got their pants tucked in their boots? You see them brothers right there feeding the homeless? You see them brothers right here not afraid to go in the hood and lock down the hood?
Right.
You tell me any other group, any other Christian, Catholic, fake Israelite group that can go into a hood and have brothers standing on post around the neighborhood, letting kids feel like they can safely walk. Letting people that normally wouldn't come out their house and come get some barbecue.
Yeah. That's right.
Come learn the scriptures. Come gather yourselves together with your brothers and your sisters that want to be around you without having to worry about somebody dying.
Right.
You tell me another group that's doing that, man.
That's right.
That is why the Most High, that is why Christ is talking about, you know, verily I say unto you, that a rich man will hardly make it into the kingdom of heaven because he does not have that mindset to do those type of things. Keep reading now.
Verse 23. Then said Yahushua unto his disciples, verily I say unto you, oh, Salaki, we at 24.
You good?
Salaki.
Just keep reading from where you are right now.
Verily I say unto you,
Right.
that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven. 24.
Right.
And again I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of God.
We already broke that down. It's saying the same thing over and over again. It's saying that you have better luck bringing a camel through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to get into the kingdom of heaven. Like it's self-explanatory. Like this ain't something that we got to keep going over and over and over again. It's like if you could you pick up where the brother left off, verse 25. Matthew chapter 19 at verse 25.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 19, verse 25. When his disciples heard it,
Right.
they were exceedingly amazed, saying, who then can be saved?
Keep reading.
Verse 26. But Jesus beheld them and said unto them, with men this is impossible, but with God all things are possible.
Like, we gotta understand that, man. We gotta stop thinking like people of this world and start thinking like princes and princesses
That's
of
right.
the power.
That's right.
Like, the Most High God has given us powers to be something that the world would never understand. But if we're thinking like the world thinks, it's impossible. But the Most High God is looking at it, he's looking down like anything is possible when you follow me.
That's right.
This is why we're talking about being a follower of the leader. The leader is letting you know anything is possible if you follow me. And we're like, man, I don't know, like, you know, right now, I'm good over here, but you telling me to stop everything that I'm good at right here to be a follower? You know, people think that it's bad to be a follower. Now, you know, the craziest thing is, a lot of people that are followers, you're followers to crash dummies.
Right.
Let's just be honest.
That's right.
The people that you're following, what are they telling you to do? They're telling you to do what? Sell drugs. They're telling you to do what? Smoke weed, snort cocaine. They telling you to go ahead and smoke that rock. They telling you to go ahead, shoot up that heroin. They telling you to go ahead and break down that crystal and telling you to go ahead and get you.
Right.
They telling you you only got one life to live. They telling you to eat pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. They're telling you that, you know what? We all fall short of the glory of God.
Right. If I may.
Go ahead.
Salaki.
Go ahead.
They telling you to do that after he done 25 years in the pen.
Yeah.
The person telling you to smoke the rock, and they is living in an abandoned house. They telling you to do all this, and you know what? It's right there. You see what you just said?
Yeah.
Give up everything and come follow me.
Yeah.
You watching somebody who giving up everything. These people got high blood pressure telling you can eat some pork.
Exactly.
You giving all your health away to try to hold on to support. You finna give all your freedom away to go sell some dope. You finna give your whole security away to smoke a ride.
Brother, let me tell you how delusional our people are.
That's crazy.
And it's crazy because I love my people so much that I give my life for my people.
That's right.
But it's so crazy that I sit here and I see my people sit here and lose their legs, lose their arms. Like they'll sit here and be amputees behind pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster.
Mm-hmm.
My people will literally lose every brain cell that they have over smoking weed and doing all these drugs. I've seen it, dog. Bro, I grew up, like when I wasn't even in elementary yet. And I used to see dope fiends rolling down the hill and jigging, dancing on the corners for $5.
Right.
I used to see them do some crazy stuff for $1, dog. You'll see a crackhead, and you know this crackhead ain't never bust a backflip a day in his life. He's gonna break his neck trying to bust a backflip just for you to give him a couple of dollars.
That's
man.
right. That's right.
And you telling me, dang, that killing yourself for a couple of dollars is more important because you want that crack rock than to keep yourself sober and keep yourself clean for the Most High God. Like, we gotta understand, man. We gotta become followers of Christ, man. We gotta really become followers of Christ because what we're learning right now is not true followers of Christ.
That's right.
Christ is telling you, man, give away all your worldly riches and come and follow me. Come and follow my laws, statutes, and commandments. Bring your faith of a mustard seed here so that way I can give you that rich soil. The rich soil that is not going to quickly grow, but it's going to slowly grow you into that strong mustard tree that cannot be easily chopped down, man. That's what we got to become. That's what we're supposed to become, man.
That's right.
That's why we got to come out of this world, man, and start being a follower to the one true leader. And that's Christ, man.
Right.
That's the Most High God, man. Brother, drop that. Go to Matthew 6 and 19. When you go to Matthew 6 and 19, let me know when you have it and start reading. Mm-hmm.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 19.
Mm-hmm.
Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth.
Why is the Bible telling you lay not upon yourself the treasures? It says lay not up for yourselves treasures upon this earth.
Because it's temporary.
Is what?
Temporary.
Exactly. Keep reading.
Where moth and rust doth corrupt,
And keep reading.
and where thieves break through and steal.
The Bible is telling you, man, you know what? Don't try to lay up all these treasures upon this earth because there's a bunch of things that is going to come and take that and destroy that. You talking about, oh, okay, I got all, you know what? I got this $1 million home. I got all this bronze and I got all this silver and all this stuff that everybody wants. You don't think that they're gonna end up coming to try to get that? Now, let's just talk real one time. If you a man that's in a mansion, you show that you got all these cars, all this jewelry, nice home, with all these big screen TVs. What are you seeing done to these rappers nowadays? What is the number one thing that we keep hearing over all social media that's happening at all these rappers' homes? They're saying what? What is happening at these rappers' homes? Can anybody tell me? Go ahead, Al.
They're getting robbed.
They're getting robbed. Why do you think that they're getting robbed? It's because these people that are in a low state, bro, we're hungry, dog. You thinking just, bro, you flaunting all this money.
Right.
You got all this cash up and down your arm. You got all these cars, you got all this stuff that you showing. Well, you don't think I'm gonna come get that?
Right.
You think, oh, okay, you got all this stuff. Okay, you got all these guns, but did they stop making guns when they made mine? Did they stop making guns when they made yours? But you got all these riches, and I ain't got nothing. I'm trying to figure out how my kids gonna eat. Man, I'm coming to get that.
Right.
I'm hungry.
Man.
You ain't hungry like I'm hungry. I'm starving.
Man.
And you looking like free food. This is why the Most High God is telling you not to lay all these treasures upon this earth. Because all these treasures that's on this earth, bro, you don't understand. The rust does corrupt it. The moth does corrupt it. And then it even said where thieves break through and steal. Why do you think that there's thieves that is coming to break through and steal it? Because we're all at a low state. Go ahead,
That's right. That's right.
I want Salakia. Man, you just hitting so, your points is so powerful. You know, a person that can go out there and make that type of money, do those type of things. This world teaching us to be selfish. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But like you say, like why not figure, if you gonna go make this money, why is you not gonna figure out how to spread the wealth? You get what I'm saying? Give your people prosperity. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So they don't have to suffer in the places that you coming from. We want to get away so much,
Right.
but we don't want to get away from the right things. You get what I'm saying?
I understand.
We actually, when you leave in your neighborhood thinking that's the problem, you running from a place that you is the solution and running to the white man who is the real damn problem.
Exactly. You talking about what the scriptures say when it says, envy thou not the oppressor, dog.
Right.
We envy the oppressor so much, dog,
It's ridiculous.
that we will become, like you said, and what you said was, I don't even know if you understand how heavy the point you just made when you said we will be in the hood and we will leave the hood where we were the solution
Right.
to go to the oppressor's neighborhood where now we're the problem.
That's right. That's right.
We're laying our treasures around people that think that we are not good enough to stand or kneel or crawl on the same land that they walk on. When we was just in the hood. But you know what? When you started making money, you start thinking selfishly, like you said. To be a follower of Christ, you can't be selfish.
That's right.
You gotta be selfless.
That's right.
At that point, you gotta learn how to, you know what? I made my first $1 million. You know what? You know what? Instead of leaving the hood, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make some more money. And when I make some more money, and I make a couple more $1 million, I'm gonna buy these projects. And when I buy these projects, I'm gonna renovate these projects, and I'm not kicking out the people that live in these projects. I'm gonna renovate these projects so that way everybody can live better. And then I'm gonna give homes, then I'm gonna give jobs, then I'm gonna give all these chances to our people that never had a chance.
That's right. That's right.
See, that's what a true follower of Christ does, right?
That's right.
We don't lay up all these treasures upon this earth because we gotta understand this, man. Everything that you have right now can be gone in a snap.
That's right. That's right.
Everybody knows what's going on with these wars. Just think, if somebody throw a nuke, they fire a nuke. Man, you got that $1 million bunker. You done got all these bunkers and all these mansions and all that. Just let them throw a nuke. Or let's just think smaller. Let's just think smaller. They throw 5 grenades around your land.
Right.
Around your mansion. Do you think that you'll still have that mansion? But you're too busy stacking up all these treasures upon this earth.
That's right.
That you're not worried about doing the work of the Most High God.
Right.
So the scripture just said, lay not up for yourselves the treasures upon this earth where moths and rust does corrupt, and where these thieves break through and steal. Keep reading. Verse 20.
But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven,
Keep reading.
where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt,
Keep reading.
and where thieves do not break through nor steal.
Keep reading.
Verse 21, for where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.
What treasures, let's just ask, what treasures can you lay in heaven that nobody can take from you? What treasures are they? Go ahead.
Brothers and sisters,
Explain more.
like, okay, off top, the commandments say, love the Lord first,
Mm-hmm.
then love your brother as yourself. When you going out there, you doing all this studying in these universities, all that. You know what I'm saying? To go and live with them, when you can study these scriptures and get this commandments down, and then pass it on to your brother. You get what I'm saying? And your sister. And then when you enlighten them, they become like we is. You got the commandments down, you started living it, then you gave it to me.
Right.
Now you got a brother for life. You get what I'm saying? We're gonna struggle, we're gonna, however it go down, it's gonna go down.
Right.
But we gonna be brothers forever. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
That's brotherhood. Brotherhood is something that you can get in heaven.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And together we can go open a business.
Right.
We could go, like you say, feed the homeless. We could go touch another brother that's gone, you know what I'm saying, come in. Next day, you know, it's 3 of us. You get what I'm saying? Then it's 6. Then it brothers and sisters.
Okay. I understand exactly what you're saying. And what you're saying is not wrong at all. That is one of the great treasures that we can put on this earth that we really and truthfully are going to see in heaven, man. Like, you're saying, man, look, I want the kingdom. And I want to be called great in the kingdom of heaven.
That's right.
So for me to lay upon these treasures of heaven, I got to follow the Most High.
That's right.
I got to learn the law, statutes, and commandments. I got to learn who I truly am and what my job truly is, so that way I can be a great man to teach other great men how to be greater than I am.
That's right.
See, that's what we deal with here in the I.S.U.P.K. See, we didn't have the truth, but Commanding General YAHANNA held on to it.
That's right. That's
He
right.
learned the truth, and he held on to the truth because he wanted the treasures in heaven.
Right.
And he became a great man that taught men how to be greater than him. A lot of people don't even understand that. If you stick around the generals long enough, man, the generals will sit here and tell you, man, I don't want y'all to be like me. I want y'all to be greater than me. Because these treasures that I'm trying to put, the treasures in heaven, where no rust can corrupt it, no moths can corrupt it, nobody can steal this from me. I want y'all to have that to the point where y'all can teach others. Y'all can pass down this information. Y'all can give this information all the way throughout to get our people out of this hell. We're not talking about laying up these treasures of this earth, man. We're talking about laying up the treasures of heaven, man.
That's right.
And the only way you can lay treasures of heaven is for you to understand that the treasures of this earth is nothing.
Right. That's right.
You got to understand, you got to look at it like this, man. The riches of this earth is nothing to the Most High, man. The Most High loves the spirit of his children that listens to him.
Right.
You can be the poorest man on this earth, but if you're rich in spirit, the Most High God would choose you over any rich man on this earth.
That's right.
You got to understand that, man. Hey, I watched that kid. Y'all gotta sit here and understand this, man. We not worried about all that, man.
Right.
Like, is it okay to be rich? Like, if you a brother, dog, I'm not sitting here telling you it's not okay for you to get your money, man.
Right.
I'll never sit here and tell you, hey, man, don't work. Don't do nothing. Man, just be poor, sit around the house, let somebody take care of you 24/7 and do. I'll never sit here and tell you to do that. What I would tell you is this, though. The Most High God comes before anything else.
That's right.
Choose the Most High before you'll choose anything else, man. Because at the end of the day, what the Most High God has for you will sit here and give you everything that you need and some, man.
That's right.
You gotta understand that, man. Hey, go to 1 Timothy 6 and 9, man. Because this is some of the things that our people don't know that happens when we're chasing the treasures of this earth. The Bible will sit down. This is how, when I deal with people all the time and they sit here and tell me that the Bible don't talk about what's going on in real life, the Bible don't talk about what's going on right here, right now, I sit here and look at them like you're crazy.
That's crazy.
Y'all, like, you must not know the Bible. You must not read the Bible, because if you read the Bible, if you really and truly read the Bible, you will understand that what the Bible is talking about from way back then is still talking about what's happening right here in 2024.
That's right.
Go ahead and read once you got it done.
This is the book of 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and unto many foolish and hurtful lusts, which draw men to destruction and perdition.
Look, tell me that ain't what we're dealing with right now. If you can sit here and show me and tell me how this right here, this scripture right here, is not talking about what's going on right now, then I'll be quiet. I won't say nothing else. You know what? I'll end the live if you can tell me how that's not happening right now. Because it's so many rich men right now. Like, what's going on? What happened to R. Kelly? What happened to Bill Cosby?
Right.
What's happening to Diddy right now?
That's right.
What's happening? What didn't happen? If you talk about some of these stars right now, we've all heard about what happened to Chris Brown.
Right.
We've all heard about what happened to Tank, Terry Crews. We've all heard what happened to most of the people that signed contracts in the hip hop, R&B, or even, bro, it's even gotten so crazy. We done heard what happened to these actors and actresses.
Mm-hmm.
What is happening? To get to those high spots, they're allowing people to touch them hot spots. Like, is that not what's happening? We done heard this stuff time after time after time after time after time.
Yeah.
And all these, the millionaires and billionaires and trillionaires that's been sitting in them high places, what is happening right now? Now, what they've done in the dark is now coming to the light.
To the light.
See, y'all done had all these preachers, you done follow behind Joel Osteen. What did Joel Osteen end up getting caught on? Having money behind the walls. Everybody had their point. It was a generation of the Creflo Dollar generation.
Mm-hmm.
What was Creflo Dollar caught up for? Touching on them kids, touching on the youth, money laundering. We done, then, the longest era was the T.D. Jakes era. That was probably the longest era where everybody was swallowed up.
Man, wow.
And what is T.D. Jakes known for now? Now, if you start hearing T.D. Jakes preach, it's so crazy that y'all put all these people in these high regard. You had so much respect for Creflo Dollar, Joel Osteen, P. Diddy, R. Kelly. You had so much respect for T.D. Jakes. And now that their BS has been put in the forefront, now all of a sudden, now y'all backing up.
Yeah. That's how it be.
Ain't that what 1 Timothy said?
Right.
1 Timothy 6:9 just said, but they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare.
That's right.
What is a snare? Go ahead, Al.
It's a trap, I want.
It's a trap. Most people that deal with being a fisherman or a hunter, you understand what a snare is.
Right.
A snare is a form of a trap. It's a trap. That's what it is. And what do? It's the same thing that our oppressors, who are the mightiest of the mightiest hunters, what do you think that they're doing? The same thing that they've done every time they put an animal on their mantle. They lay out them traps. They'll lay out, man, I know for a fact, there's oppressors that will sit here and put the animal piss on themselves.
That's right.
Just so that the animal will smell it and draw themselves to them and come to the oppressor who's ready to hunt them down. So what do you think that they're doing to the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians? Go ahead,
Please, I just gotta say it. I'm sorry, I So like you,
You good,
You already know. Your boy Esau, that's all he wanted. He killed for the fun of it. That was his pleasure.
Yeah.
And they just like he the father of the Edomites. And them okay, now when you hear P. Diddy, it's like what it say? You are of the devil, your father, right?
Yeah.
He learned that behavior somewhere. You get what I'm saying?
Oh,
and
yeah.
whoever he learned it from, it came from an oppressor.
Exactly. The oppressors, like, we can talk beyond. If I just want to go to the closest part of it,
Right.
we could just talk about slavery.
That's right.
We can talk about slavery.
That's right.
What was the oppressor known for doing to slaves? Buck breaking.
Right. Wow.
If you came in and you was a strong warrior, the oppressor who was weak had to try to make you weak. And the only way he knew to make you weak was to do what? Rape your wife. And if not rape your wife to make you weak, he decided to try to run up off in a man as well. He tried to rape you. He tried to sexually assault you. That's crazy. Why does your mind go there? And of all things you can do, man, like, let's be honest. See, as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we have so much brotherhood. It's crazy. If we think about torture compared to the oppressor's mind of torture, it's completely different. If we think about breaking somebody down to the point of submission compared to what they think to break somebody down to the point of submission, it's totally different.
Right.
They want to ram you. They want to ram your wives. They want to ram your children. They want to bring them in front of you, and then what they want to do is they want to sit here and castrate you.
Right.
That's what they used to do to our ancestors, dog. If you was a strong man, what did they used to do? They tried to cut your nuts off. On top of cutting your nuts off, they used to have these locks and chains and things that was boarded down to their floors. They made bondage and different bondage tactics so that way they can have their pleasures without seeing you. And that's the craziest thing. If you look at some of the old paintings and old photos of the things that's happened to our ancestors, you will see that they used to have whorehouses. They were the originators of whorehouses. And what they used to have was, they used to have 2 wooden slabs at the bottom that had 2 small holes and 1 big hole in the middle, and had 2 wooden slabs at the top that dropped down that had 1 big hole in the middle and 2 small holes on the sides. And what do you think that they did? They made your ancestors, the mothers, the aunties, lay on their back, had their feet through the small holes, and had their box and their body and their backside hanging out the big hole for them to be able to have their own fun.
Right. That's it.
They used to chain our people to the floors. Bro, like, this is crazy, man. And they taught our people how to do that.
To do that.
They taught our rich folk to do the same exact thing. Why you think now all of a sudden they have all these drugs in the alcohol and all these different other drugs, man? You talking about people putting pills and drugs, man? You talking about people putting a date rape drug. Like, why would we have date rape drugs, man?
It's crazy.
Why you think people are sitting here doing all these? They're doing this because that's what they seen their oppressors do.
That's right.
That's what it was. It was a learned behavior that was passed down from generation on down to generation. And now it's passed down to you because you envy them. You have now fell into their trap and snare, dog. It's time for us to stop falling into their traps and snares, man. Stop worrying about being rich in this world and start looking for the riches in the kingdom of heaven, man.
Right. So lose.
Hey, y'all brothers, read 1 Timothy 6 and 10. Let's keep it going, man. Go ahead.
If I could, on 6 and 9, it said, "But they that will be rich fall into temptation and snare, and it's a foolish and hurtful lust,
Right.
which drown men in destruction and perdition."
Right.
I mean, to me, if I could, you know what I'm saying, that's, you see them up the block getting money. You know what I'm saying? And they getting real money.
Right.
And you like, damn, you see the riches, and then you fall into the temptation. You know what I'm saying? You see how they drive, you see who they come in and out the house with. You know what I'm saying? You see the type of things that they wear and, you know what I'm saying, things that they do and where they go.
Right.
And we wind up falling into that lust because we want that money. We wind up falling into that temptation, you know what I'm saying, because we want the money. You know what I'm saying? And that's the sinful lusts that the riches make us have. And we wind up turning on our own people. We wind up selling drugs to the pregnant women. We wind up, you know what I'm saying, shooting somebody in the face because of $9 instead of 10.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We wind up becoming the terror of the hood because we want the money like they have the money.
Right.
We want to be like them, and our temptation is what's caused us to be sinful. You know what I'm saying? Because we want the money.
Nah, what you brought out was heavy. That's the truth. Bro, you can't tell me a young boy that grew up in the projects, seeing people getting money, seeing people that had stacks in their pockets. They had bankroll after bankroll in their pocket. You can't sit here and tell me that young man didn't want to be just like them.
Right.
We all were them. We all was that young bull.
Right.
We all was that young man that sat here and watched that and was like, man, look, when I grow up, dog, I'm trying to have bankroll after bankroll. I don't care what I gotta do.
Right.
Do you know most of us all said that? I don't care what I gotta do. Until you start really figuring out the things that you have to do to get there. Like, you don't understand what it takes to get those riches until you want to start doing it. Go ahead.
If I could add, it don't really make sense until you gotta cross that bridge.
Right.
When the demon is looking you in your face,
Right.
and you look at the demon in his face, and then you ready to accept that demon. You know what I'm saying? And that's when it really makes sense what you gotta do to become who you want to become.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You gotta go ahead and sell your soul, man. The only way for you to get the riches of this world, man, is for you to sell your soul. You can't have a soul and have the riches of this earth. Because at the end of the day, there's going to be a time frame where you're going to have to make a choice and you're going to have to choose. Choosing either the Most High or what's going on in this world.
That's right.
Y'all keep reading for me. Go to verse 10.
This is the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 6, verse 10. For the love of money is the root of all evil.
For what? Read that again.
For the love of money is the root of all evil,
Keep going.
which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows.
Why?
That's powerful.
Why do you think the Bible is letting you know this? Because a lot of people don't read this Bible. Like a lot of people that's in church, a lot of people that's just around this world, they'll have the Bible sitting on their table just like this.
That's right.
But they'll never open up that Bible to 1 Timothy 6 and 9 and 10.
Right.
Because money is, it says right here, for the love of money. See, that's the difference. You know, some people think that money is the root of all evil, or some people really read the Bible and it says for the love of money. See, y'all gotta understand, where it says love of money, that's a huge difference than for money is the root of all evil. We all know, in the world that we live in right now, we gotta work. We gotta provide for our households.
That's right.
But for the love of money, see, if we understand what true love is following the law, statutes, and commandments. That's what the Bible says that love is, if we're talking about definitions. For the love of money. See, what are you willing to do for money? I know a lot of people that's willing to sell their souls. I know a lot of women that are willing to sell their boxes. If you see, back in the day, if you walk down Bissonnette in Houston, Texas, if you walk down Bissonnette, you'll see a lot of women around there, promiscuous girls. That's the best way we're gonna say that. That's just, you know, PG-13.
Right.
You know, they'll walk around in fishnets, they'll walk around in swimsuits, thongs, t-shirts and their panties on. They'll walk around with Nathan.
Yep.
Besides a trench coat, because they love money. For them, the love of money was to do what? Sell themselves. For all the young men that was in the world, and we seeing all these drug dealers, for the love of money, what were we willing to do? We were willing to kill, steal, and destroy our people behind that.
That's right.
We were willing to take penitentiary chances behind that.
Right.
We knew for a fact, if I get caught with this pack right here,
Gone.
if I get caught with this pack, I done drove 4 hours to pick this pack up. If I drive back with this pack and I get caught, I'm doing at least 25.
25.
I'm doing at least 25. And you know what we used to do? We used to be like, hey, you know what? Hey, Lord, hey, man, look, it's your boy one more time, man. Yeah, man, if you help me make it back, man, I ain't gonna keep doing it. I just gotta get this pack off real quick so that way I can help my T-lady, I can help my baby mamas, for the love of money, we'll rather sit here and take a penitentiary chance where the Most High has already given us chance after chance.
That's right.
Just so that way we can get a pack off that ain't doing nothing for the Most High God.
Right.
It ain't giving him the glory.
Right.
It ain't drawing people to him. For the love of money, what were we willing to, bro? We were willing to destroy households behind that, man. There's kids, dog. Okay, if you just think about it right now, dog. You're saying for the love of money, I will make my kids crack babies behind the love of money. I'll make my kids heroin babies, weed head babies, the pothead babies. I'll make my kid come out with mental disorders.
Right.
Because for the love of money, I had to go ahead, I had to give this to my wife. You know, my wife, it was more important to her to smoke. You know, because she was in the trap house with me. We were smoking. She decided to smoke. Or you know what? I seen little Bethany down the street. You know, I know she pregnant, but you know, little Bethany, you know, she my number one person that's gonna buy from me.
Right.
Man, I gotta give her this crack rock because young Bethany, she gonna buy at least 4 rocks off me. Bro, for the love of money, you were willing to destroy everything, man. That's the problems that we are having, dog, because we're not following the leader. The leader told us to put away all these things and follow him, man. But instead of doing that, what are we doing? Gone with the world, and then we pray to him like he's going to hear it. We're fully wrong, and we praying to him like, hey Lord, you know, hey, it's your boy again, you know. Hey man, I gotta get these rocks off real quick, you know. Man, you know, I just got caught by the laws, man. Hey, hopefully, you know, if it be your will, man, if you just see me one more time and make sure I'm straight, you know, I'll stop after this. Go ahead.
If I could, it's heavy what you saying, like, I mean, if you put the money on a pedestal, you know what I'm saying, you just make everybody else like hell. You know what I'm saying? Because you find your way to evil, you find your way to the demons, and now this other person gotta live in hell because your money come before them.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's how you find them errors, that's how you find hell, that's how you find evil and sins and all that.
Right. You making it cool, like, bro, like most OGs and triple OGs and people that are in them high places right now, they don't understand how many people look up to them. And they don't understand how what you're doing and the things that you're not doing, how those things is truly destroying the world that we're living in. Because you were lucky. Like the Most High literally put you in position to be somebody great for him. But instead of you really and truthfully being great for the Most High, you chose to be great for the oppressor.
Right.
You chose to be great for the adversaries.
Man, that's powerful.
Like, that's crazy, dog. You don't understand that that's where you're erring at.
Man.
You think the error comes when you lose money. No, the error comes with the more money that you get because of all the sorrow that you're causing the Most High's people.
That's right.
If you're okay with destroying everybody so that way that you have more money, bro, you've erred.
Right.
If you're okay with selling a crack rock to your partner, like there's no way there's no way I can sit here and say I love my partner, but if I see my partner's mother and she asks me for a crack rock and I gotta make some money, I'm selling her that crack rock.
Right.
How do I love my partner if I just sold your mama a crack rock?
That's right.
You know, cause in the world, bro, everybody used to say, hey man, money is money, dog.
Right.
Like, hey man, I fuck with you, you my partner, dog. I love you, dog. But money is money.
Right.
You gonna, hey bro, I don't care who. Like this is the stuff we used to say. I don't care who it is, dog. I don't care if it's your mama, my mama, your niece, my niece. Man, money is money. I'm getting bread out here. And you don't see how you err? You don't see how what you're doing is not following the Most High God, but then you praying to him when you gotta go make a lick. When you gotta go hit a lick, then you praying to him. When you gotta go pick up that pack, then you praying to the same God that you're sitting here saying forget you.
Right.
That's crazy. How you gonna tell the Most High God, you know what? Hey, I need you right here, but forget you right here.
Right.
Forget the fact that you telling me not to do these things, but you know what? Hey, I need you because I gotta go hit this nigga because he hit my stash house.
Right. It's crazy.
Man.
It's crazy.
Go ahead, bro.
If I could, you just, like, at that point, you just add sin on top of sin on top of sin.
It is.
And if I could, it's like, it's a lot, yeah. And it's like, all right, you don't really know that you erred until you facing that time.
Right.
When you doing 20 to 40, when you doing life,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? When the sin on top of sin actually hit your doorstep. And then you like, damn, I apologize. And,
Right.
and now that's when you see your errors because now the Lord made you see them.
Right.
But until then, you just going with the flow of the demon.
Right.
Right.
Because at that point, you don't know that you're messing up.
Right.
Because you have been trained and conditioned to do the
right.
exact same thing that you've seen all your life. It's been passed down from generations on down to generations. So we don't understand. See, this is why it's so important for us to becoming, like, to get out of this world and get into the I.S.U.P.K under command of General YAHANNA.
That's right.
Like, we don't understand the importance of it until you actually do it. I can sit here and say, bro, like, confession is good for the soul. At first, dog, I was not trying to hear none of that.
Right. I wouldn't.
I first heard about the truth at 19, dog. I wasn't trying to hear none of that, dog. I wanted my money. I wanted the lifestyle that I was living. I ain't want no responsibilities. And I wanted to be able to do whatever I felt like and not have any repercussions. It took Captain Yatazak. It took for the I.S.U.P.K to be brought down here to Texas. It took Captain Kahan Yad doing what he did for us.
Right.
Under the leadership of Commander General YAHANNA. It took him to grow real men. It took him to breed like Captain Yatazak, who had to breed other men to stop us from doing what we were doing, man. I didn't care about being in the truth. And see, it's crazy how you talk about we don't care about the repercussions until we're dealing with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't care to share my story because, bro, I didn't want to hear about this truth. I didn't care about this truth. Captain Yatazak tried so many times to talk to me about this truth. I was 19, I didn't care, dog. I had just lost my father. I didn't care about nothing. Bro, I was going down the wrong path. Captain Yatazak kept telling me, come to camp. Watch class. You know what? Come over to my crib and we're going to watch class together. We're going to watch General Muhammad's class together. We're going to watch the Brotherhood class together. I didn't want to hear none of that. I'm doing the wrong thing. I'm chilling with my partners. I'm not caring. Bro, it took for the Lord to go ahead and let judgment hit my doorstep. I had my wife chilling at the crib. I was at the crib with her. I told her, you know what? I'm finna to go chill with my partner. She wanted to come with me. Something in me told me, no, don't let her go with you today. And I thank the Most High for his messenger that sent that down here. Because that same night, I was staring down a barrel of guns. I could have died that night. Staring down a barrel of guns with people with no mask on telling me to lay down. And I told them, do whatever you're going to do. Because I'm not laying down for no man. You just going to have to do what you got to do. Go with your move. I was beaten. I was stomped on. I was close to death. But the Lord spared me that night. Because at the end of the day, he chose to save my life so that way I had a choice to either come and give my life to him or he was going to kill me. That is where we are right now, man. We want these riches so much that we don't understand that the stuff that we're doing is going to hurt you. The stuff that we're doing is going to come to an end because you can't lay upon the treasures of this earth because it's going to stop. It's going to fall at some point in time, man.
Right.
Go ahead.
And if I could, it's heavy because what you're saying is where your value is. Most people value money more than the truth.
Right.
But a lot of us, you know what I'm saying, we got something in common. You know what I'm saying? We was chased into this truth by a bullet,
Right.
by a fear of dying, you know what I'm saying? By something that brought us here, you know what I'm saying? Because we treasure life more than whatever we had outside.
Right.
We treasure more than the lifestyle, more than the death style. You know what I mean? So what you saying is heavy. So
No, hey, brother, what you brought out is heavy, dog. Like, we all have similar stories like that. I didn't want, since I've been in this truth, I done heard similar stories like that. And we gotta understand, matter of fact, hey, y'all go to Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha 10 and 12, okay? We gotta understand, man, that these type of things, we gotta be mindful of, dog. We gotta understand what we are doing in these times. Whenever y'all got it, just let me know, man.
Got you, everyone.
You gotta understand, man, for the love of money is the root of all evil, dog. And this would cause you to err. And when it calls you to err, understand that erring has consequences behind that.
Right, that's right.
Bro, there's some people that don't come back from it. It's some people that lay down and never get back up from it. It's some people that catches that bullet. It's some people that catches those disease and never come back.
Right.
There's people that don't get that second chance, man. And if the Most High God is giving you a second chance, He's giving you a second chance to be His disciple. He's giving you a second chance to be that mustard tree. But you got to bring the seed so that way He can plant you in that soil, huh?
Right.
Go ahead and read that for me.
So if I could, I got a precept.
Go ahead.
It's
Psalms 104 and 29. It said, Thou hidest thy face, they are troubled. Thou takest away their breath, they die and return to the dust. And it's heavy because like when the Lord not watching you, you know what I'm saying, when you're not in the eyes of the Lord, when you're not asking the Lord to watch over you, when you're not doing what He wants you to do, that's when you in trouble.
Right.
And that's when you die. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's heavy what you're saying because when we want the Lord to look over us, that's when He saved us. And that's when we wind up coming into the truth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That old man, whoever he was, he's dead.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And then we see the brother that's sitting in front of us today, or all the brothers here today. We see the man that's here today because that old man died that day.
Exactly. Like, that's heavy, huh? Like, we got to understand that, man. Go ahead and read that precept for me, bro.
Con out of one con. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 10, verse 12. The beginning of pride is when one departed from God,
Keep reading.
and his heart is turned away from his maker.
Keep reading, man.
Verse 13. For pride is the beginning of sin.
For what is the beginning of sin?
Pride is the beginning of sin.
Ain't we dealing with Pride Month?
That's right.
Ain't we dealing with the alternative lifestyle month?
Right.
So, you know what? Let's just be honest. Let's talk about it for a moment.
That's right.
For it to say the beginning of pride is when one departed from God. Let's just go ahead and let's dive into that right there. So if this is Pride Month, right? How are you going to tell me that anybody a part of the alternative lifestyle group? The LBGTQQPPRSTTV, WXY, and Z. How are you going to tell me any of those people are followers of Christ? How are you a follower of Christ when the Bible is letting you know your pride? Because you want people to understand what you want to be called. Your pronouns, they, this, and who, and he, and she. When the Most High God gave you what He wanted you to have.
That's right.
The Most High God told you, you know what? I wanted you to be a woman, so He gave you a box.
Right.
The Most High God told you, I wanted you to be a man, so He gave you a rod. But then you come out of your parent, and you tell your parent, you know what? I don't care that I got a box. I want to be called him. I want to be called them. I don't care. And then for the brothers, I don't care that you know, the Most High God gave me a rod. Man, I want to be called her. I want to be called them and Shem. And I want to be dog. Instead of doing what the Most High God asked of you, the Most High God told you, you know what? I'm putting you on this earth to be fruitful and multiply. You around here as a man, you spreading seed where it's not gonna do nothing but die. Because instead of going where you're supposed to go, you decide to run off in another brother. As a woman, you ain't even allowing your eggs to be fertilized the way that they supposed to be fertilized because what? You want another woman eating on your box. We're missing the target, man. This pride that we have is not what the Most High God wanted for us. That's why when he said the beginning of pride is when one departed from God.
That's right.
Because if you read the scriptures, God don't want you to be prideful.
Right.
Pride is the #1 leader of destruction, now. You can't be great in the kingdom. You can't be great on this earth and do the work of the Most High God when you are prideful. At that point, you're working backwards. You hustling backwards. You backpedaling. Go ahead and keep reading. Read verse 13 for me.
You got it?
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 10, verse 13. For pride is the beginning of sin,
Keep reading.
and he that hath it shall pour out abomination.
What are we seeing from all these people that are not following the law, statutes, and commandments? What are we seeing from all these prideful people? Everybody that was rich, that didn't follow the leader, didn't follow the Most High God, what are we seeing from them right now, man? We're seeing nothing but abominations being poured out of them. We're seeing nothing but filth, man.
Right.
What are we seeing? What do we see from Creflo Dollar? Creflo Dollar is nothing now because his reign of abomination and terror has came to an end. What are we seeing from T.D. Jakes, or as I call him, T.D. Snakes? What are we seeing from him? We're seeing that his reign of error, abominations, and things that was not of the Most High God is coming to an end because he was prideful. He felt like nothing that he was doing would ever end. He felt like everything he was doing would be hidden. Now everything is coming to the light.
That's right.
Same thing with P. Diddy. And you want to know what's so crazy about it? All these people, Creflo Dollar, P. Diddy, T.D. Jakes, all these people are brothers. All these people are family. But you want to know what's crazy? They're not family of the Most High God. You want to know why? Because they're choosing to do the will of the oppressor.
That's right.
You're choosing to do the will of your father who is the devil.
That's right.
So the Most High God has turned his head to you.
Right.
Because he doesn't like your prideful ways.
Right.
He don't like the things that you are doing. He didn't ask for you to do that.
Right.
He put you in position to actually do his will. But instead of doing his will, you did the will of your father. And your father is not him. Because if your father was the Most High God, we would be seeing a lot more brothers and sisters coming out of this hell.
That's right.
Well, what are we seeing right now? We're seeing scandals. We're seeing people that's telling, you know what? Hey, man, I heard what happened at that P. Diddy party, right? And I seen T.D. Jakes said they call him the power bottom.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
Hey.
And you can't even say this is just allegations because there's so many things that's coming out, bro. It's video. It's video of all these things that's happening, man.
That's crazy, man.
Bro, look, man. We gotta stop being prideful, dog. Because it's not just about them riches, too. This pride comes to the people that's in a low state of mind as well. Bro, as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, bro, we get so prideful at the point, dog, we don't want to ask for help. And you don't understand that that pridefulness can destroy you, bro. Like, we don't know how to say no to one another. We don't know how to look out for one another to the point where we can relapse into stuff that we used to deal with. Bro, there was hard times and struggles that we had to deal with. That, you know, some of us we like to smoke weed, and we used to go through painful times, and instead of reaching out and getting counsel, we fell right back into rolling up and smoking. Some people, their choice was alcohol. You know, they get to the point where they dealing with so much, man. I gotta grab a fifth, man. And I'm finna drink it all. Like, I'm finna take it all to the head, man.
Right.
We don't know when to stop. There's some people, their thing was crack.
That's right.
Soon as they were going through tough times, they go get a crack rock. Or they go get some cocaine and they snort it.
That's right.
Like, we gotta understand that these struggles that we're going through, dog, don't be so prideful. Learn how to ask for help. Learn how to follow. Because if you need help, man, you can get counsel, dog. Hey, let's go to Romans 12:2. Let's go to Romans 12:2. When you have it, let me know. We gotta understand some things, man. We gotta understand that we gotta follow what the Most High God has planned for us. And the Most High God don't want us to be prideful. He don't want us to sit here and put all these treasures of his world before the Most High. He don't want us to sit here and think about trying to be rich in this world and this so-called heaven for the oppressor, that we are going to be poor in his heaven. We got to understand what the assignment is so that way we can sit here and fulfill it to the best of our abilities.
That's right.
And the best of our abilities, and the way that we can sit here and fulfill this assignment is for us to be followers of the Most High God. Right. Go ahead and read.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 2. And be not conformed to this world.
Keep going.
But be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
Keep going.
That ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God.
Bro, the scripture just told you, don't be conformed to this world. Why do you think it's saying don't be conformed to this world? Because what is in this world? Nothing but destruction, dog. Nothing but turmoils, nothing but snares, nothing but traps to keep you from being who you're supposed to be. If you are Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, man, what you need to do is, bro, you need to come into the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge so that way you can understand who you are, who the Most High God wants you to be, and what he's called you to do.
That's right.
Because I'm telling you right now, the Christian church is not giving you the truth. The Catholic church is not giving you the truth.
Right.
Like, they're telling you what they want for you. They're not telling you what thus said the Lord. Like, right here, man, you telling me we got this Bible right here, and you rather tell me what you want from me instead of what this Bible says? This Bible is telling you, man, look, don't be conformed to this world, but be transformed in the renewing of your mind.
That's right.
The only way you'll understand and change who you are is to renew your mind. Erase what you've been taught since birth and get into this scripture, man. understand that the I.S.U.P.K has the truth, and what we're telling you, man, is to be great. We're showing you how to literally be great. And to be great, you can't sit here and envy your oppressor, dog. You can't sit here and choose his ways, because his ways is flawed.
That's right.
His ways is to destroy you, because he's not following the Most High God. He's not following the laws, statutes, and commandments. He's telling you to do the things that he knows for a fact is against the Most High God. Understand this, these oppressors read this Bible and study this Bible to learn how to destroy blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians further, dog. These are your enemies, man. Your enemies can be your own kind as well.
That's right.
Don't think that it's far-fetched. The oppressor has his hand up the backside of your righteous leaders. They are their puppets.
That's right.
And the oppressor is the puppet master. Why do you think that they one moment is speaking against homosexuality, the next moment they saying, you know what, hey man, everybody can love who they want to love.
That's right.
Because the law was passed that, you know, the alternative lifestyle, it's okay for them to marry. Now all these churches is allowing it, when the churches used to speak against it.
Right.
If you will conform to anything that the world is telling you to do, then you know that the love of the Most High God is not in you.
Right.
Because if you really and truthfully love the Most High God, you will speak against the things that he spoke against, that he told Christ to speak against, that he told the disciples to be against, man. Stop falling for these snares, man. Stop falling for these traps. Be not conformed to this world, but be transformed with the renewing of your mind, man.
Right.
Like, this right here is why we gotta learn how to follow our leader, dog. Our leader is the Most High God, who chose Christ to come down here and show that you can follow all the laws, statutes, and commandments and be perfect. And Christ has sent his angels, his messengers down here, man. His messengers is right here before you, here in the I.S.U.P.K.
Right.
And we're teaching our people to love one another. Gather yourselves together, O nation that's not desired. Stop being a fool. Stop following the oppressor. Stop being prideful. Learn how to be selfless instead of selfish. Once we learn these things, man, we can get the hell out of this hell, man.
That's right.
We can get our people to sit here and change and be something great again.
Right.
Anybody else got anything? Go ahead.
So like you are the one. With everything you just said, you know, like you say, it's the renewing of your mind that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. Like you say, if we gotta renew our mind, we was already top notch in the beginning. You get what I'm saying? We gotta go ahead and do the will of God and go ahead and be them peoples again. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That. I mean,
If you want to make America great again, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we got to come together, learn who we are, so that way we can make this land great again.
right.
We ain't got to worry about America. We got to make our land. We got to make this earth great again.
Right.
Because this earth is the Most High God's. It ain't these oppressors. And the only way to do that is for us to come into the I.S.U.P.K, us to read this Bible and understand what these scriptures are saying,
Right.
so that way we can be great again, man.
Right.
And with that, we're gonna pass the class over to Priest and Officer Yakubad.
I got you.
We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started on 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When new brothers and sisters come into school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves on the word. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6-month period in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. The book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21. The book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Ma'asharah, which means 10th in Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, gives to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like or whatever size bottle. Upcoming holy convocations, memorial blowing of trumpets. First day of the 7th month, Wednesday, 2nd of October, 2024. Read about it in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verses 24 through 25.
You sure it's the next one?
Sir?
You sure it's the next one, the blowing trumpet?
Come. If anyone wants to become a trooper in a school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, headband, and our scarf. And there's a security officers.
And with that, we're gonna say a majum. We're gonna give a courtesy salute to the brothers, then the sisters. Men of Israel, majum Shabbat, majum, Barak, Yahweh, Yadam Latah, Sword, my sister. Men of Israel, majum Shabbat, majum, Barak, Yahweh, Yadam Latah, dismissed.